Friends, in the Universal Book Club, I like to illustrate that God speaks to all authors, all graphic artists, photographers, because if there weren't a God doing this, how in the heck do we human beings come up with telling the same old stories that the ancients told, that were told in the Old and New Testaments, William Shakespeare, using different images and use of words? I mean, it's just amazing. So let me provide some evidence just by going through some titles, captions, or quotes. And then, you can really learn to speed read all these new books and just kind of be reminded about eternal truths, words of wisdom. Okay, so here we are, Holiday 2024 books. Here's a photo book, Around the World in 728 pages. Four Against the West. Roy Bean's courthouse was also a saloon. His ability to put on a show made his name in Texas. Great story. The War Memoirs of Charles de Gaulle. Let us be firm, pure, and faithful. At the end of our sorrow, there is the greatest glory of the world, that of the men who did not give in. This is like Winston Churchill, never surrender, and many other great, courageous politicians. Biographies. I mean, all of these titles. The Penalty Kick. For Robert McCrum, the penalty kick is an opportunity to reflect not only on the beautiful game, but on his own family history. Sports. Getting to know our neighbors, living on Earth, vanishing treasures. Fish build a clever system of shell towers and holes in the sea floor, while birds reel in mates with flowers and stones. Fascinating. New books on science. Box office value. 1001 movie posters. I mean, just a great history here. The art front. Check this quote by Picasso. Painting is not made to decorate apartments. It's an offensive and defensive weapon against the enemy. From one of the greatest painters of all time, right? Children's books, great titles. Now, this is an essay on the visionary James Baldwin, but if you keep up on a lot of new books, there are young authors writing this same story. They're just different circumstances, different times. Book of Games, Playgrounds of the Mind. The Old Fashioned and New. All these new books about food and drink. Fiction. Well, we covered these. Women's Hotel. How does that make you feel? Magda Eklund. Heartbreak is a national anthem. How true is that? Taylor Swift's massive success may come down to her consistent appeal to the teenager within. Again, we all, if we're honest, have the teenager within, right? Business books talk about our human condition. Architecture, fashion, photography, fine art. I mean, there's just so much to choose from. The miraculous from the material. In infinite time, in infinite matter, in infinite space is formed a bubble organism. And that bubble lasts a while and bursts. And that bubble is me, Leo Tolstoy, writing about the human condition, right? And then finally, 5 best on remote places. Well, many authors have their choice of remote places, adventures and travels. So I just am amazed at how the wording can be refreshed, reinvigorated, rebirthed for all these stories that have been going back as long as we've been on this planet. Now, granted, we have a little more advanced technology in 2024 than we did millennia ago.